Yo, 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 it's another podcast with your boys Bill, James, and Tig's Excellent Adventure. This week, we're going to talk about
LeBron James joining the Los Angeles Lakers.
And also, LeBron James joining the Los Angeles Lakers.
And also, we're going to talk about LeBron James joining the Los Angeles Lakers.
Special guest Jordan Simonowski joins the show.
And also joining the show, LeBron James. He'll be here somewhere. We're in Los Angeles, baby. It's on and popping. It's the episode 23.
What's your dream? LeBron James.
And Baker Mayfield.
It's all happening right here. Like and subscribe, you bitch, you. Hard to get ready for this shit.
Do you smoke during it or do you smoke before it?
Oh, he sucks during it.
All over the place.
Yeah. During the entire podcast.
I smoke, pretty much smoke during the podcast, after the podcast, before the
He chokes.
I only end up choking because I'm smoking by myself.
That's true. That's true.
I have to keep hitting it. You know what I'm saying? That motion right there. I'm glad there was no TV right there. There's no camera right there. That just looked very dick sucking.
See, with the noise and everything.
Yeah, that was bad. I'm glad we don't have TV.
That's you sucking a dick.
I don't do anything when people pick up their phone.
You look like you're good at it, though.
Yeah, it looks like you got some practice.
If their dick is as small as a swisher. That's right!
Guy, were we recording?
That's right! Cause it's another fucking podcast! Yeah! That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's the number one motherfucking podcast in all the nation, the world, and the motherfucking universe.
Don't
bitch.
forget about the galaxy.
That's right. The galaxy might be the universe. I'm not sure. I'm not into science.
What is the difference?
I don't like science.
It's the same exact thing?
No, it's not the
It's
same.
not the same thing.
It's not?
Not at all.
Okay.
They
There we
are
go.
partners together in their relationship.
No, the galaxy is in the universe.
They are, and this is Bill, James, and Tig's Excellent Adventure, episode 23.
Michael Jordan.
MJ, baby.
We're
Or
on 23s, baby.
How?
We got Michael Jordan problems.
We got 23 problems.
And so
Yeah.
because we are on 23 Jordan Day, Jordan episode, our special guest
Special guest today.
is Jordan.
Oh,
My name is Jordan.
yeah.
Welcome to the podcast, Jordan Simonowski, our highly
Thank you,
talented
thank you.
artist friend and angry Cleveland Cavs fan is
That's
on our
right.
show today.
Tell
What's
everybody a
happening,
little bit
Jordan?
about
Say what's
yourself,
up.
Jordan.
Not so much as angry as I am confused.
Our confused Cavs fan here. You
Confused
can follow
Cavs
him
fan.
at what
Obviously
that
not
boy's
happy.
name is on Instagram and
At what that
Twitter.
boy name
Did he
is,
make our
yes.
logo?
Check it out.
I did not.
Oh, okay.
No, he did not.
That's it.
At what that boy name is. Shout out to the dude who did do our logo.
Joe Remorowski, who doesn't do social media very well.
My bad.
But he does listen to the show. Congratulations to him for
Yeah.
being a
At least
winner
he says
in
he
life.
does. True.
At least he says he does.
Which counts for something.
Counts for everything for
Yeah,
me.
he referenced our show last week.
Just
I
subscribe.
couldn't-
Just
I was
like and
shocked.
subscribe.
I was actually shocked that you have been listening. And honestly, I was trying to do a staycation for the holiday weekend, and I got text from Jordan on Sunday.
That's right,
And,
people.
it
Eric was
ignited.
not studying you, people. He was like, fuck y'all.
I was taking a break.
He was going to take a break.
I was taking a vacation. I'd be sitting by a pool right now getting drunk. And instead
LeBron
I'm here.
James shook up the motherfucking world
And
yesterday.
LeBron James happened. Because
Or
free
day
agency
before
was
yesterday.
seemingly very boring until that happened because everyone was just signing with their team. So I was like, hey,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a perfect opportunity to take a week off. You know, let's all enjoy the holiday. Let's
Oh,
get
yeah.
drunk. Let's enjoy our lives.
I didn't see it that way at all.
I know. This is how I saw
Do your
it.
job. Do your job.
If LeBron signed anywhere else, I'd be jumping off a cliff right now.
Laker fan.
I'll be jumping off a cliff, but like a nice fun cliff. You know?
Yeah, into a nice pool.
Into a nice pool. Yeah, yeah. But instead, you know, we got to talk about some stuff. And Jordan hit me up with a million text messages, and he said he wants to talk. He wants to talk, so it was perfect.
Well,
opportunity.
I'm glad Jordan's here
This
because
is a
the
sports
first
show, right?
thing we can talk about is Baker motherfucking Mayfield.
Oh yeah, before we get
Switch it up.
there, yeah. Let's see. Yeah,
Yo,
wow.
switch it up.
Since we have you here.
So yeah, since we have you here, you're a Cleveland fan. You're welcome. You're welcome. I like to believe that I single-handedly convinced them to draft Baker Mayfield.
You convinced
I did. I
Browns.
convinced the Browns. They wasn't looking like they
Browns
was going
listen to
to do
this podcast?
it. They do. A lot of people listen to this podcast.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah.
That's not confirmed though, but
It's not confirmed.
I've tagged them in enough posts. I'm pretty sure they're listening.
Gotta be
I
listening.
feel like this podcast would go over Hugh Jackson's head, though.
Hugh Jackson's not listening. The owner's listening. He has less to do.
Don't Jimmy?
He has less to do.
When he's on the road visiting his pilot Jay.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Flying Jay.
I think he listens to us in his private jet
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Bill James and Tig's Excellent Adventure.
He pays.
Yeah.
He pays for
Like and
YouTube Red
subscribe.
too.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got us on the YouTube
Like and
Red
subscribe.
too.
Yeah.
Paying that good moolah to listen to us. And he drafted Baker Mayfield, who was the best ready quarterback, like ready right now to play.
So wait,
in the
Jordan, how
NFL.
do you feel about Baker Mayfield and the draft
Okay.
picks, I guess, since we have you?
First of all, I want to ask Bill. Alabama Bill was a Baker Mayfield fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Big Baker Mayfield fan.
I was just like,
He likes winners.
Yeah. So I wasn't into it, but I've since been convinced.
Why is that?
I like his dude. Even though he slammed a Oklahoma fucking flag in the fucking shoe, which I'm a big Buckeyes
Right.
fan. That pissed me off. But I think he's got the attitude. I like it. I'm kind of worried. He is a little short. But
he's like my height, a little taller.
Speaking of his attitude, the more and more interviews I watch of Baker Mayfield, the more and more I fucking hate this guy.
Really?
I really do. I hate his attitude.
What'd he
I hate how
say?
Which usually
disrespectful he
means
is.
I love the guy.
I hate him disrespecting Steve Smith.
What'd he say?
That interview that Steve Smith was asking him like, what position would you play if you didn't play
were talking-
quarterback?
See, that's,
each other.
that's disrespectful right off the top. So Steve Smith came in with a disrespectful
were
question.
It
talking
was
shit
on
to
Steve
each other.
Smith's show.
Don't matter.
So Baker Mayfield said I would play safety, and Steve Smith goes, "Man, I would truck you over." And Baker Mayfield goes, "No, you wouldn't. There's no way you would."
But they're two trash
No way you
talkers.
would.
Well, exactly. That's
Eric,
two
you
women
shouldn't
said.
be
That's two
upset with
trash
Steve
talking-
Smith
talking
there.
trash.
Steve Smith is a Hall of Fame wide receiver.
What is
The
Baker
badass.
Mayfield supposed to
Why
say?
is Steve Smith interviewing him then?
Watch the interview and
I have
see
watched the
Baker
interview.
Mayfield not play
I have
around with
watched it.
Steve Smith.
I think
and
his point
disrespect Steve Smith on his own show.
Steve Smith is doing nada.
But what? No.
Zilch.
He doesn't have to do anything
But
anymore.
the real point is if he would have answered in a meek way, do you think Steve Smith would have respected Baker Mayfield?
100%.
No. He
No.
likes a shit talker. They were both there
Steve
because they're famous
Smith
shit
asked
talkers.
All right,
What we
everyone watch the interview and then
I
we can
did
talk
watch
about
the
it.
interview. I
Steve
did
Smith,
watch the interview.
that's what's called a loaded question when you say, if you played any other position, what position you play? First of all, he's disrespecting you because they don't
Exactly.
ask big time quarterbacks that. He's
He's
coming
not
in.
big time. He's not big time yet.
He's the only quarterback out of this draft that played in the playoffs the last 3 years. How many of them quarterbacks have even played in a playoff game, played big time, played against NFL talent? Zero. I'm telling you right now.
He hasn't
it's
played a single
zero.
snap in the NFL.
But
He's
look,
not big time
Also,
in the
none of those
None
guys
of them
have.
have.
Look,
Right.
None of those guys have either.
I'm saying none of them are big time yet.
But
None
look,
of those guys
they're
are big
all-
time.
back to the interview you're talking about. I did watch the interview, but you forget the intro. Did you, like when that was on TV when they set up the interview? It was basically because Baker was known as a shit talker in college, and Steve
Yeah.
Smith is a Hall of Fame shit talker. So they had a shit talker interview a shit talker coming into the league to test his gangster.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Wow.
Test passed.
Okay.
Because he told him.
What did you
No,
want Baker
wouldn't.
Mayfield to say?
Yeah.
You're right. I would suck. That's why I'm a quarterback.
Just the way he responds to questions, just as a human being, every time I see him answer any questions or get in a conversation with anyone interviewing him, he just seems like
Okay,
a cocky idiot. To
But
me.
if you had to field a million questions of people questioning you, you eventually are going to fucking develop a
think-
thick skin.
okay, I get
I think the
that.
problem is.
He's
And
been
my
used-
I have other reasons.
He's been
Well, I
shit
think the
on his whole
problem-
life.
Did you
for
guys
his
watch
size.
Juju Smith at whatever rookie camp that they're all at, and they all did like the tire throw to try to hit the targets?
What happened?
Oh, Juju hit that hoe.
No, Juju did not hit.
No, wait, who was it? It's Saquon Barkley threw a fucking dart into the fucking tire. I mean, like, I was like, oh, they gonna be.
I didn't see any of that. I saw.
What did you see Baker Mayfield do?
I saw Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, and Allen were thrown with Juju Smith, and Baker Mayfield couldn't hit anything. Darnold couldn't hit. The only one that was able to hit it was Josh Allen, and Juju Smith's like, these are the top 3 fucking quarterbacks drafted in the draft, and no one could hit the tire? Really? And I was like, oh, okay. That's like a sign that
it's not a sign for shit.
Hasn't played a single snap in that.
A little more work before you get that cocky.
It's not a sign for diddly dick, because guess what? Guess how many tires they'll be throwing in the NFL? Settle.
Well,
They won't
accuracy.
be throwing diddly dick into any fucking tires in the NFL.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
you throw footballs to tighter
You might not be
spaces
throwing
than
anything in the NFL this year.
But and as a Browns fan, I kind of hope he's not.
Exactly, because this is how it's supposed to be going. Nobody said it. Look, when I said they should draft him, I never said that he was going to play or should play this year. I said that Tyrod Taylor.
There's people that want him to start. There's people that want him to start.
But the problem is, if Baker can somehow beat Tyrod Taylor out, then we have real problems. Like, obviously, the Browns have tons of problems anyway.
You have major issues with Baker Mayfield.
Tyrod Taylor is a good quarterback. Borderline.
I would say he's a serviceable quarterback.
That's good, I think.
You don't understand.
I agree.
The reason you would say serviceable is because they literally took all of his weapons away. And he still made the fucking playoffs with a team that was literally trying not to make the playoffs. People
That's
just
true.
do not understand that the
true.
dude literally had every defensive weapon taken away from him. Literally every wide receiver taken away from him. And a couple of offensive linemen. And then he still dragged. He got benched.
Yeah.
And he still dragged that team to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yo, he's a gamer for sure.
Yes.
And you know what? I love that people keep underestimating them, because that's why the Browns are gonna win 10 games this season, and they're gonna beat the Pittsburgh Steelers twice.
Bill, I've never been so hopeful that you're right. But I don't think my prediction is somewhere around 5.
And I think that's a success.
I do too.
Yeah.
If they win one game, that's obviously a success.
Pathetic.
One game is better.
That's pathetic that that's a success.
But I honestly feel like you're not completely underestimated offensive line, completely underestimated defensive back.
Well, we lost Joe Thomas, so
yeah, but that's why that to me, Joe was on his way out. That's why you lost him. He was on his way out.
Yeah, but that was the first time he got a serious injury in his entire career.
It wasn't the injury. It was he's seeing how hard it is to get back.
A bunch of money.
He's seeing how hard it is for him to play. That means the dude. So you might not be seeing. You might not be seeing his decline
him recently.
No, what does he look like?
Oh my God, he's skinny as fuck.
Yeah, he's lost all that weight.
He's so skinny.
Really?
It's crazy to see. I didn't even recognize him.
I think he quit.
Him and what's his name? Andrew Hawkins. Interviewed like Baker and some other guys on the team, and I barely even recognized Joe Thomas.
This must have been Cleveland TV.
Yeah,
he must be watching Ohio zip code on his IP address.
Because I thought Andrew Hawkins was still involved with Cincinnati back. Like I thought he went back there.
Wrong.
Yeah, I was surprised too.
But yeah, I just feel like people keep forgetting about this dude. What was his name? What was Flash
Gordon?
Josh Gordon. Like they keep forgetting about this dude. He hasn't played. Doesn't mean it's not the same as when you haven't played in basketball and you have to get back into basketball shape. No, like he got back into it last year with quarterback throwing to him.
At the end of the year, he came back and and showed signs of life.
And he looks even more insane now. Like
people are talking though, like the time that he's had off won't be good for him. It'll hurt him more than it'll help him. And I think it'll help him more than it hurts him because he hasn't been getting hit.
Exactly.
Every wide receiver his age has been getting lit up.
Well, yeah, and like what you said, it's not like basketball. All he has to do is run down fast and hopefully catch it. That's it.
Right.
It's not like getting your stroke going. It's not like that. Yeah.
No.
I mean, the wide receiver position is the easiest position in sports.
And now he has Juice Landry underneath.
It's the most difficult, though, because you dependent
on the quarterback.
On the quarterback.
To not lay you
But
out.
Josh Gordon destroyed the league with no other good receivers,
Yes,
and now
he
he has
did.
Juice Landry coming across the middle.
Exactly,
Yeah.
man. This is my whole point. Like,
And then hopefully
Tyrod has never had
serviceable
this.
quarterback in Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor has never had this many weapons.
But that's all you have to do is, as a Browns quarterback this year, all you have to do is be able to throw short.
Does anybody else want to
yardage
smoke
passes.
this?
I'm sold. I think 10
Yeah,
games.
just be able to. You think 10 games?
Yeah.
I wish.
But
10 games.
but everything has to go right.
I'm telling you,
Josh Gordon can't get busted for weed.
I'm gonna say.
right.
and I think he's past that.
I'm gonna
I think
say
he is
7,
too.
and I think I'm going on a limb on
You
7.
are.
Say it again. What did you
All
say?
of it. He said 7.
7
Great
games
for the Browns.
That'd be great too.
See, I would
I'm
put our
going
ceiling
playoff
at
numbers.
8 right now.
I'm going playoff numbers. I don't think they can make the
The
playoffs
only
with
reason,
8 with
the
8
reason
wins.
is I say it's so low is not because of the talent. I think we have built talent. It's our. I don't trust our coach.
I think you should trust
I
your
think
coach.
Hugh will.
You
Just on
should trust Hugh Jackson.
just on Hugh alone, just him, he will at least lose us 4 games. Just his decisions. We'll at least lose. us
Hugh
4
Jackson
games. At
did
least.
something that I like, that a lot of people didn't like. He got rid of a lot. Like, he let a lot of guys go when he first got there. But he kept veterans. And people didn't realize that. He is building a squad like you would when you get to like you used to in the NFL. He is going and saying, okay, I'm here. This team is toxic from the bottom up. I have to keep who is good, who like are the solid guys who are professionals. Maybe they're not great,
But that's not necessarily true, though.
What part?
Because you're forgetting, like, he may get credit for that now, but the first part of Hugh's tenure there, they were still operating under these analytics guys,
Right.
They were forming the roster for
Right,
him.
right.
So the guys he got rid of and the vets he kept, that necessarily wasn't his decision. That was
I think
Pete
it was.
Podesta and all
I think it was. I
motherfuckers.
think it was both. I think it was hand in hand. I think it was like, hey, this is what I want to do, and then they moved analytically with what he wanted to do.
So is this
how
like
they look
first
at it
year
with
of
the numbers?
A Hugh Jackson team then? Like, are
This
these
is
his
the-
decisions and stuff
Well,
like
see, this is a lot of what Browns fans are talking about, how much he's actually...
Been in control.
Well, yeah. Obviously, there was a huge chasm between like the front office and Hugh for the last few seasons, but now it's
Hit
supposed to be
AJ
going
McCarron.
towards the coaching, what the coaching wants. But a lot of people are talking how much the coordinators are having more say than even he is, because the coordinators are pretty damn good and almost more respected than he is as a coach.
that? Well, yeah, and they know exactly what kind of guys they need to run.
And this whole
Sounds like a good old boy thing to me.
But Hugh was known as the quarterback whisperer, and this is his year to, prove it, because
Look.
he hasn't since he's been there.
But he's also not had a quarterback since he's been there either.
Yeah, but isn't that on the coach too?
Nope, because he tried to get the quarterback, but the front office, fucked that up.
Okay, so if you're saying that, like, you're talking about Wentz, right?
No, I'm talking, Wentz, AJ McCarron, who knows? There might be other.
And that's what I'm saying.
There might be other situations where they failed to execute a trade.
So if you're saying the front office didn't get him a quarterback, then at the same time, the front office also has to get the positive of.
right, I was
they
giving them.
helped shape
I was
this
giving
team
them the
too.
positive.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
giving them the
But
positive.
I think we're going away from the analytics now a little bit.
yes.
Yeah.
Which is my
good.
whole point. Is they're going
'cause
back
that apparently
towards.
was not working yet.
They're
No,
going
it's
back
not
towards
Moneyball.
how old football used to be built. Like, you used to
Yeah.
build a football team. A coach had 4 years at a football team at least.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta have time to get players, rebuild.
You have to build your team.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not your
shit.
team. You can't inherit a
1
team.
year.
and fail and
These
be like,
coaches getting fired after 1 year now. That's kind of That's
Shit.
not kind of. That's complete.
It's
bullshit.
even worse in college football, though. Like,
Exactly.
They don't even get, and that's even harder to turn a,
You need like 4,
at least
5
4
years
yeah, at least for it
to turn around
Yeah.
a team, depending
Yeah.
on how bad that team was. Like, the coach before you might not have been able to even get talent.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But like in case of Alabama, like we had Mike Shula, who could get all the talent in the world, but couldn't coach you out of a wet paper bag.
Well, yeah,
Like,
I mean,
he couldn't coach you to climax.
I mean, it took
And
Saban.
honestly, like getting out of a wet paper bag's hard, but if I was coached correctly, I think I could actually do
I
it.
feel like if you
I
had
feel like I could do it.
Bill Belichick or
Very coachable.
Phil Jackson, Nick Saban, somebody like that, you could get coached out of the wet paper
Because
bag.
last week I got stuck in a wet paper bag and it was crazy.
Because even at Alabama, it didn't take Saban like 3 years to get to like 10 wins.
Took Saban 1 year. Well, first of all, we never had a season with like less than 10 wins with even Shula, I don't think. No, he had his last year. We had less than 10 wins. But yeah, Saban's first year we won 10, I think.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was only 10 because we lost to like the last 2-3 games of the season.
Yeah.
And the bowl game. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't make the SEC championship game and all that shit. So we didn't have like the extra wins to go on there.
And that was fresh off punishment too, right?
Fresh off the 5 years, my guy.
Yeah.
There was 5 years of putrid, bad football, man. We lost to Auburn.
Sanka, you're dead, man.
7 years in a row, you rascal bomber clot. Man, 7 years in a row. It was bad.
Yeah.
So, thanks for bringing that up. It's emotionally.
As a Buckeye, you're welcome.
As a Buckeye, Jordan's coming in.
But, we've been out here. We need to start talking about college football. It's coming back up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to briefly.
Yeah, I want to be back for that for sure.
I really want to briefly mention that, Alabama is up there in the top again in recruiting.
No shit.
But finally, we got a quarterback. Some quarterbacks.
Listen to this guy.
Not even.
Finally.
We got two. We got two. Hey, man. I love A.J. McCarron. But that was like the last really good quarterback we had. And he's like the only really good quarterback we've had in like 15 years.
Hurts was good.
Who?
Hurts
is good. But A.J. McCarron
I love
was
how
really
he's
good.
complaining about
A.J.
his
McCarron is going to play in the NFL.
If you look at the numbers.
I love how he's complaining while racking up national championships.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying quarterback play has not been our best.
Well, look at us. Buckeyes quarterbacks are terrible.
They're all wide receivers of the NFL. That's great.
Except for Cardell, who's still farting around somewhere. I think he's in
He's in
San
San Diego.
Yeah.
Y'all's quarterbacks just don't care. Y'all got to get them dudes in class or something.
They didn't come there to play school.
Those motherfuckers need to go to school or something. Like, realize, man, you can be a quarterback in the NFL. All you got to do is work at it. Anyway, so that was our little touch on college football.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. We'll get there. We'll bring Jordan back for an Ohio State Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
discussion.
Because we got Marcus ready to talk about all of the motherfucking Alabama football.
Oh, boy. Nice.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Nice.
and I got to
Yeah.
talk a lot of shit about some Jim Harbaugh and some Michigan because
Yeah, there you go.
That's cool.
Don't forget about UCLA, guys. I think this year might be their year.
Yeah, I'll do some Bobcats talk.
Yeah,
you know
Bruins.
what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, the
All my
Bruins.
Bobcats out there!
Are the Bobcats and UCLA in the same division now? They might as well be.
Hugh, no, not Hugh. Man, motherfucking Herman Edwards
Yeah.
at Arizona.
He's a coach.
Oh, right.
Yes. I
Ooh.
mean, this is a little touch,
Third
little
grade
taste for
treat.
y'all. A little taste of college football. I'm telling you, it's gonna be good.
How's Lovie Smith doing though?
Lovey Smith? Who?
Love you,
No, I'm
Smith.
joking. Who?
Is that the guy? Is that the guy who said the Bears are who we thought they
Tampa
were?
Bay?
He's
Nah, he's at,
Illinois.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was stupid.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying he
If
should
you're an
have.
NFL coach to come back to college, it doesn't always work.
Nah,
That's
I think
true.
he should have just kept getting paid by Tampa Bay. Had like 3 more years left on his contract. I'm just gonna sit at the house and let this check cash itself. I don't know. What y'all think about that? Y'all like coaches still get paid after they get fired?
I mean, I feel like the
A
Cavs.
contract's a contract, right?
I feel like the
Contract
Cavs are
is a
still-
contract.
David
Bergeron's still
Black.
getting paid by someone, isn't he?
I feel like the
I think
Cavs
Gilbert
are still
Arenas is
paying
still
Byron
getting
Scott.
paid.
Like,
Probably.
yeah, and the NBA is particularly weird. They have to still pay you even if you get a job.
Yep.
And then in college football, they can stop paying you after you get a job. But in the NBA, they got to keep paying a part of your salary that like you're getting paid by somebody else.
That's all guaranteed.
Yeah, because what was it?
All guaranteed.
What was it a few seasons ago where the Cavs were paying like Mike Brown more than the
Oh,
Warriors
yeah.
were
Oh,
paying
yeah,
him
yeah,
to be
yeah.
on their state? Yeah.
Yep.
Which that's
I think he was
Brown.
also getting paid by the Lakers,
he's probably getting paid by a
Yeah.
couple of
the
things.
Cavs, Lakers, and Warriors.
What is get hired,
Mike
get fired,
Brown.
collect
What a
them
fucking
checks.
gig. Even the
Collect
NBA
them checks.
players, though.
Yep.
Gilbert Arenas.
Yep.
I seen him say a video like last year. He was
He's still
like,
alive?
I still get paid by the Washington Wizards. from that check that he signed, that one contract that he signed that was for like 12 years or something.
12 zeros.
He fucking still gets paid.
That's wild.
How is he not in jail though? That's
Nah.
That is a good question.
Because all of that shit is act.
it was on
That's
a
what-
team plane. Remember, it was over like a.
It was in the locker room. That's why
Javaris
it was in the
Crittenton.
locker room. That's why he ended up getting in trouble because
Yeah.
it's a federal offense
Yeah,
if you have it
right,
in a
right,
stadium or in a.
That was another.
Yeah.
That was another team LeBron destroyed right there. That they were so close every year.
Yeah, they're about to sign Dwight
Remember when
Howard, I
LeBron
think.
whispered into Gilbert Arenas this year, "You're gonna miss this shot," and then he missed it, and then they,
Remember when
Yeah.
that series got so heated with what was his name, Rashard Lewis, and the whole face thing, and then remember LeBron said. I'm like Jay-Z and you're like Soulja Boy. So then the Wizards had Soulja Boy courtside.
Oh,
And then they
yeah.
went back to Cleveland and Jay-Z and
Jay-Z,
Beyonce
yeah.
were sitting at courtside. And it was like this one-upmanship and shit. And they had Antoine Jameson and then he joined the Cavs. And,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
which brings me to the NBA.
Blocked by LeBron. Laker girls.
Thank you, George. Yeah, the sound effect.
That's all I got.
High flying,
Boom shakalaka.
wheeling, stealing, and dealing. I got 26 girls in a limousine outside right now, brother. I'm telling you,
He's heating up!
Ric Flair was happy. Woo! Shaq was happy.
What a flip-flopper
Fucking
Ric Flair was.
everybody fucking happy.
Yeah.
Because LeBron James.
The city of Los Angeles is like more sunnier than ever. Everyone's
was a
running
beautiful day.
around.
It's ridiculous.
It's unbelievable.
I just
Beautiful
wanna-
July.
Smiles on everyone's
beautiful
face.
July.
Beautiful
July. July for
Everyone's
somebody.
celebrating to get knocked out of the playoffs next year.
I just think
Oh, obviously.
it's really awkward.
No, seriously.
But
I think it's awkward.
It's been so bad in LA. I feel
But
like
we'll be in the playoffs.
You'll be in the playoffs. You
know
got
what?
that.
I've been in Los Angeles long enough to know that this is really, truly awkward and nobody's talking about it. Like, this is like your sister was dating this dude that was beating her ass and, like, never would call her back. And she'd just be crying all the time. You'd be like, leave him. Leave him. Don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. He's never going to be right. And then, like, you find out they get engaged.
But LeBron
And then
never
they-
like
and then
beat
you're
the
like, oh,
Lakers.
man.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, what about that Christmas game where they were throwing bottles
Exactly.
and shit
Oh.
at LeBron?
Exactly.
At the Cavs when they
Yeah,
destroyed
regular
them?
season. Yeah, he owned us.
Yeah.
How about when he was with the
Well, yeah,
Heat?
but that-
How about
Yeah,
when
he
was
owned
with
a
the
lot of
Heat?
teams. He
How
owned a
about
lot
when
of-
he was with the Heat?
Yeah,
in the
I said
Christmas Day
LeBron
game?
owned us.
I'm not talking about the win-loss record. I'm talking about the hatred that you guys have had.
Okay.
Oh, I feel like this
For
is like
LeBron
LeBron's
James.
fan base. It's people that hated him and now love him, and that makes up. his
Right,
fan
Miami Heat are a great example. They fucking hated this motherfucker, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden he gets there. They sucking his dick, lining up
Yeah.
for dick sucking marathons and fucking double toppies.
Yeah, and then when he left the Cavs, all our Cavs fans fucking hated him, and they came back and they all started sucking his dick too.
Well,
And now
hold
he's
on.
got a couple STDs, and now he's
Well-
here. In,
Well, we have a
Los
Cavs
Angeles.
fan here.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
I feel like this is all just a bit off of actually what happened. But
Well, can you tell us your thoughts?
so,
What is Cleveland
which
thinking?
Which part do you want me to
Wait, what's
dissect
on?
first?
What I just said.
Okay, as
That
far
all,
as
that
LeBron,
all you guys love LeBron.
as-
Then he left. You guys all
first of all,
fucking
Miami
hated him.
really had no reason to hate LeBron. They're not the Lakers or Boston or New York, right? They never really had anything to hate LeBron about. So him going there was whatever.
The Cavs fans did that. Let's talk about that.
Cavs
since you're a
fans
Cavs
had,
fan.
in my opinion, I had every right to be angry at LeBron.
Right, as you should.
Okay,
Because he went out like a bitch.
Like a
Right.
bitch.
On national
Like a
TV.
bitch.
The first time.
Set
the first time.
them
The first time.
up. Yeah,
The first time.
The first time. Yeah.
so I also, when he came back, I didn't think I would forgive him, but he tailored the most perfect letter to address everything. and
Here's the letter.
one of the greatest letters
You mean
in
Rich
sports
Paul?
history.
You mean Rich Paul or Maverick
I don't
Carter?
care who wrote it. Drake's ghostwriter. I don't care if it was Drake's ghostwriter that wrote it. It was beautiful. It was great.
Shout
It was
out to
everything I
you,
needed.
Quentin Miller. I know you're
Everything
listening.
I needed to hear.
thi-
So he came back. Obviously, when it's a championship, what am I not going to root for my team? Of course, anyone's on my team.
Beat
I'm gonna root
a
for
73-win team.
Exactly. One of the
Right.
greatest sports stories ever.
He
right?
did what he said he was
fulfilled
going
the
to do.
promise. He
Finally.
did something no one's ever done. 3-1. Awesome.
Yeah.
This time he's leaving. I'm bummed. It sucks. But to me, this is on Dan Gilbert. This is on
Okay.
the front office. And he's leaving. I knew he was going to leave. I just don't like that he went to the Lakers. And it's not that I don't like the Lakers. I just don't get the move. I would get the move if the Lakers were able to be more competitive. But even with Kawhi, I still don't think they would have a chance to win a championship.
So I was thinking about like the Lakers team and just how they match up with Golden State.
They're the
If this
Cavs
is-
of the
if
West.
this is what they're doing to defensively try to stop Golden State, this is the only thing I could think that they're thinking with Rajon Rondo and Lance Stevenson being able to shut down certain players and match up. That's the only thing I could think that is in their head because they don't have Boogie Cousins.
Booger cousin.
If Kawhi Leonard does come, but I don't think Kawhi's coming either.
You can't stop
Really?
5 3-point shooters. You can't. It's There's no defense in the world that could stop
You
5
mean 4?
guys.
Because
Draymond Green is not a three-point shooter.
shooter. No. He shoots like 20-something% now, so I wouldn't
Well,
consider
okay,
him.
over his career,
But
though,
you still can't stop
over his
4.
career, though,
You still can't stop 4
if you
three-point
take
shooters.
last year out, Draymond's still a good 3-point shooter.
I think Draymond has a lot of knee issues that we don't know about or that doesn't get reported really. It gets underreported. That's giving him problems with lift, which is why his shot looks
Regardless,
like shit.
On their bench, they have Iggy, they have Sean Livingston. They can all drain threes.
That's what's gonna really to me.
And you can't stop that.
Really to me, the question is, can they win enough games between November and December, or even maybe February? Because they're not gonna have Cousins.
Lakers?
No, I'm talking about Golden
Yeah,
State.
they're not gonna-
gonna
they'll
have
be fine.
Cousins.
They won the
Until-
championship.
They still have
Hold
Zaza.
on,
They still have
hold
Zaza.
on. They won the championship with 2 players that were on the team. You know, they played 82 games with, a full roster. And,
Boogie might not even do anything because we don't know how he's going to come off this injury.
this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying, so if he comes back 100% and is great, it won't be until maybe February at the latest.
Yeah.
So,
honestly, they don't need him.
Nope.
Well,
Like, that's how
earliest
crazy that
they
team is.
said
they
December.
don't need Boogie.
I
They
think,
didn't need KD. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Right, they did not need
and They
KD.
just keep on piling it
They
on.
went to Game 7 with the Cavs.
well, they needed somebody else, though. They didn't need KD, but they didn't need Harrison
Why? 'Cause I
Barnes.
thought-
They needed
I
to
thought
get
Steph
rid of
Curry was
Harrison
hurt.
Barnes.
I thought Steph Curry was hurt.
No, the reason they lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers was because they did not have a person to shoot. Harrison Barnes literally did not make a
Draymond
shot.
get suspended for 2 games?
One game.
One game, but that
one
has
game.
nothing to do with it. Because
Yeah, nothing to do with
if Harrison Barnes makes 3 shots, look at the margin of the games.
Or
and,
Festus Ezeli.
Yeah.
like Harrison Barnes made 0 shots, bro.
Yeah.
Wide open shots he's missing. They stopped guarding him completely.
Yeah.
So when you're able to just basically focus 5 guys on 4, automatically
also, 'cause,
it's going to be harder for Steph because all those lanes
But
and angles.
Bogut got hurt, which let Tristan and Mozgov get mad fucking rebounds.
Yeah.
And so we had so many shots. at the
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. And which is also the reason that the Golden State Warriors almost lost in the Western Conference Finals, which is to me the reason that they felt like they had to go after somebody like DeMarcus Cousins because they suffer greatly on offensive rebound.
If anything, for what they paid for
Or
Boogie,
rebounding
Warriors?
period. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
regardless,
Yeah, they're not like a big team.
regardless,
you know?
what they paid for Boogie, even if he does nothing for them, doesn't even play, it was worth the money for him to not be somewhere else.
And yes, exactly, because to tie it back to the
100%.
Lakers,
Exactly.
the Lakers were trying to sign him. The Lakers were trying to sign him.
Healthy and someone else has him, like the Lakers.
See, but I don't think the Lakers were trying to sign him.
They were trying to sign him.
They couldn't offer more than $5.3
They did offer
million.
more, but they were reportedly they
what
had some
happened?
problem. Reportedly, these other teams had problems with Boogie's attitude,
I was reading
and they.
Oh, but Lance Stevenson and Rajon Rondo are a lot better.
I'm
Why
just
the
crazy.
fuck did they do that shit?
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that what their mindset was.
But there's also something that other
which
teams.
I think he was offended by that more than anything because there's other teams that offered him more money. You're right. But he was like, yo, why is it that I'm the problem? Look at these garbage ass teams. He's only played on 2 teams. They keep acting like he's been all over the league and ruined every team.
Yeah.
Like, no, he's played for 2 fucking teams. One of them is still fucking garbage. So
I just find it funny that it's less than a year ago of that video of him going, fuck Golden State.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That was all good.
now he's like, I'm
Yeah.
a warrior.
Well, there's no loyalty in
mean-
sports. There's no loyalty in sports.
No, it's
No,
loyalty
not at
to that
all.
check.
Rajon Rondo's
And
on the Lakers.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Dre.
Lance
shout
Stevenson
out,
is playing with LeBron James.
Yeah.
shout out to DeMarcus Cousins for betting on himself.
Bet on himself.
Pulling a Joe
Yep.
Flacco.
He's
I'm
betting on
always
his-
calling
on
a
his
Joe
doctors.
Flacco for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
Unless
let's see how that
DeMarcus,
Achilles heals, man.
unless DeMarcus comes back this year and wins the final, goes to the finals, wins Finals MVP or some shit like that, I'm gonna call it a Flacco from forever. Because you are betting on yourself like nobody else's
But are
business.
you really? Because wouldn't betting on yourself be going to a team like the Lakers or somewhere else
Where you
he would
get some
actually
playing
have to
time?
be
Nope.
attributing to
Nope, because the
win?
Lakers don't believe in you as a person, and that's
Why? They're giving you more money than the
they
Warriors
don't
are,
believe because they also have problems, reservations about his attitude.
but they offered him more money. Everybody.
They had reservations about his attitude, so they're telling him. See, this is what he ran into in
He's
Sacramento.
banking on the easiest way to get a
Is he-
championship.
In
Is he
Sacramento,
also banking on the fact that he could get a bigger contract if he plays well this year and wins a championship? with the
Yeah, but it
Warriors?
won't be with the Warriors.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's not going to
No,
need to play.
but with some other teams. So it's like a business move for him,
It
too.
could be with the Warriors
You know what I
because
mean?
they
Like,
could just pay
no,
the they could just pay the
he's trying
luxury
to get
tax.
a ring. That's what he wants.
But I don't think that's what he wants, man. I think this is what he wants. He wants.
I think he wants a ring
He
real
wants to
bad.
prove.
I think he wants money.
But I think he could get more
He
money
wants
by
to
playing
prove-
well and
On a
doing
great
one
team.
Contract.
Yeah.
He has to play well,
no.
and then he can get even more money.
He would
the
get-
contracts that are being offered.
He
would not be
wants
great
to
because he's coming
prove
off
his
Achilles.
attitude. He wants to prove to people, look, y'all think I'm a problem? I'm gonna go to the one place where everybody can't have a problem, and you gotta fall in. I'm gonna go to the one place y'all say I'm not gonna
But
fit.
everybody knows winning fixes problems. So he's going to an easy shot. That's what he's doing. He's going
Brilliant
I
on his
disagree.
part. This is.
I don't
this
think.
is gonna save
yeah.
This is going to save him. This is going to make him so much money
Okay,
if he
let's-
plays well.
okay.
I disagree
Okay.
because this is what you don't like. I'm saying, I disagree with this is him betting on himself because of how he's gonna play. I think it has more to do with his personality and how he's viewed in the NBA because he could if he fucking does terribly. That's probably the end of his career.
Exactly.
100%.
What if
So
he doesn't come back?
he's terribly betting on
This is
himself.
why
why
he's
not
betting
take
on
the-
himself.
No.
The attitude
trusting
aspect.
that he's gonna
Absolutely
come
betting on
back.
himself.
The
It'd be
attitude
awesome.
aspect.
Because if he does bad,
He's
is
done.
done.
It's not. I don't think it's that at all. I think he's hiding. In case he's hedging his bets. He's going to a situation where there won't be problems because they're winning. It's an easy shot to a ring. He doesn't have to, even if he comes back fully healthy, he only has to play sparing minutes. So the amount of information for us to look at him to see if he's playing well or not is going to be so limited that you'll have to guess on whether you want to get him a contract or not. If he comes back and he's hurt, that's his last contract. So if he really was betting on himself and wanted more money, he would go to a situation to like a Lakers or somewhere where he could get more playing time to show people he can get along with a LeBron or someone else and then get a bigger contract later because he could get $20 million.
What kind of one-year contracts are other teams offering him? I guess.
He
We
could
don't
sign
know
a
that.
It
one.
would be like
Yeah.
three.
See,
yeah.
people don't realize what's really going to be smart, which is why people were saying that people should these free agents this year should sign a 1-and-1.
That's what I thought about LeBron.
Right. So everybody was saying that should happen, that should happen, that should happen. The reason that didn't happen is because there's a situation where these guys can re-up in like year 3 and renegotiate these contracts and end up getting more money in the back end and end up like getting even more money like in the last bit of their years of their career. So these are probably moves that you're going to see. These guys who signed this year, these big-time free agents, they're probably going to be with these teams for the rest of their career. This is those types of decisions. That's why you saw Paul George sign for 4 years. He's and LeBron James. I think they're trying to set up something.
I mean, for that
longer.
generation, yeah, but
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And but the 1-and-1, the reason that I think it makes sense for Cousins to sign 1 year, because next year he can sign 1 year and then get the big money coming up in 2020.
Yeah, Cousins is what 28.
Exactly. He's only 28 years old. So if he signs one more 1-and-1, gets like $40-30 million to do 1 year, because that's something that Golden State would be able to afford right around in that realm. Only 1 year though. Then the next year, KD's contract's gonna come up,
Yeah,
and then he'll take a pay cut so Cousins can be there. Boom! Like this all mathematically makes sense. Cousins could still be a Golden State Warrior and not be having to go anywhere to stay and keep his money.
Yeah.
The only reason he's a Warrior now is because KD took a pay cut.
That's what.
Right.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't you want to be on the best team in the league? And maybe he doesn't want to play with LeBron James.
Maybe he likes his crew better to play with.
Then why was
And
he
this
fighting with
gives him an
Draymond last
opportunity
year? In,
Because all that shit's fake.
If they go to the championship and Boogie Cousins is healthy, it gives him an opportunity to maybe win MVP of the finals. And that's a huge.
What are you talking about?
Why wouldn't that be a possibility? Iguodala.
I don't
won
think you
MVP
can
of the
bank on that though.
But no,
The
this
way
gives
they
him-
play?
this gives him an opportunity to do that where he doesn't.
Yeah,
get
you
an
know what?
opportunity
Because
to
this
do
team
anywhere else to go to an
really
NBA
does
finals.
try to let the other guy.
Yeah, but you're
This
talking
is the one team that's like, hey, we need
We're
to
talking
let
about
him
a guy
get
that
the
averaged
MVP.
27 points and what?
on
15
garbage
rebounds.
teams.
As
On
the
garbage
main
teams.
guy.
Yeah, on garbage teams.
So
No, hey, look.
And you're
Last
talking-
year he was not the main guy.
He was one of
and
two
he
main guys
averaged 20
versus
and 10.
Yeah, as one of the two main guys versus
I
one
don't
of the
give a
five
fuck.
main
Hold on,
guys.
Hold on,
And how the Pelicans do that.
hold on. We got to stop this conversation right now. Because I don't give a fuck what team he was on, where the other motherfuckers averaging 20 and 10. Because they was on
Look,
garbage. There's plenty
Yeah.
of garbage teams.
We can't
Where's the
take
other
that away from
motherfuckers
him.
averaging 20
We've
and 10?
talked
If it's
about
so
the
easy.
We've
Okay.
talked
Where are
about the
other motherfuckers?
Warriors being a system team.
I'm just saying, where are the other motherfuckers? Because that's the same thing they try to say about Russell Westbrook. Where are the other motherfuckers averaging 20 and 10? Who are the other motherfuckers averaging triple doubles? It's
Kevin
just
Love
so
averaged
easy.
20 and 10.
yeah,
But
he's
Okay,
good.
but-
He's
okay,
great.
but-
he's a fucking
Didn't
all-star.
yeah.
He's a
What
great
did
player.
Draymond 2010, right?
Future Hall of Famers.
Regardless. Let's say he signs the 1-1 and maybe another 1-1, whatever. He's about to turn to 29 during this next season, right?
Yeah.
So then he'll be 30, 31 after that, right? Injury-prone center in the NBA, where center is constantly being devalued because everybody wants 3-and-D guys, stretch fours. That's what the whole league is going. The Warriors just won 3 out of 4 years with basically out a real. So they had JaVale McGee coming in and doing he fucking made a rebound in his own basket.
Look,
Like-
I agree.
Oh, he's another
I agree,
one,
but
yeah.
see, this is the thing. The NBA is, if he does well this year, we are gonna forget about that. That's how the NBA is. They just
I
forget
don't
about
think so.
all that shit.
I don't think so.
They just gonna forget about it.
Not
Just
for-
like
not for a
right
30-year-old
now,
center.
just like right now, everybody's forgetting that Kawhi was actually hurt and he might not actually be healthy right now. Like,
Yeah.
why would I trade?
Are they forgetting? Because I don't think anyone's who's signed.
There are
him?
people who are
Who's
trading
traded?
to trade for him,
Oh,
but the reason he's not
the
getting
asking
traded
price
is
is
because
so
San
high.
Antonio is not trading for him. R.C. Buford
asking for
and
ridiculous.
Popovich are not fucking
That's
trading
what I
this
hope
guy.
they do. I hope they
They're
say-
not fucking trading him.
And on top of that, the Lakers are not trading for him right now.
Well, they're still trying.
I say,
Is Boston still trying?
hold on. Can I explain why LeBron came to the Lakers?
Because they said we won't Jason Tatum. Period.
Yeah.
And they said
no,
Ainge is hanging up the
because
phone.
they're trying to get rid of Kyrie. They want to get rid of Kyrie.
I couldn't be more convinced the Lakers are not trading for him because, like we talked about, LeBron on the Lakers right now is not winning the championship, obviously.
No.
But he came here without another star here. And I think the fact that they've signed all these dudes to one-year deals proves that they're just waiting for next summer to just sign Kawhi straight up.
Oh, yeah.
Because if they traded the ransom, Ingram, Kuzma, and picks for Kawhi Leonard, that's still not beating the Warriors.
Okay.
So
No,
you
no.
gotta wait for, or at least bank on, hope for that he still wants to be a Laker next year, because then you have LeBron, Kawhi, and all those young sets to either be really good, not really good, but better,
Yeah.
or as more trade assets to get that third star.
But
And wait, that's right. See, and that's why I'm angry and confused as a Cavs fan. What
Well,
he just said,
right.
Is
yes, because
because what you just said is 100% true.
But why does that make you mad?
Because if that's the case, if they know they weren't
Then
going
why didn't
to win,
LeBron just
then
wait?
why didn't LeBron just sign a 1-year deal
With the-
for
with the
Cavs?
Cavs?
We could have flipped Sexton or that
Because
pick
They
to
would have
someone
flipped
else
all them
for
fools.
whatever.
They would have
to just
flipped all them
one
fools.
more
Because
shot,
LeBron
one
won.
more shot.
Exactly.
Add to his legacy
Exactly.
of
I agree.
Of
I agree.
finals appearances.
I agree.
And,
And he would have made
then
more
go to
money.
The Lakers when they're ready to finally.
And he
compete.
would have made more
Why-
money.
Exactly. And he would have made more money. So
It
why
just
are
made more sense to
why
just
are
wait
you
one
going
year.
all the way across the country
His kid
to
is in
lose?
the 8th grade. That's not even fucking old enough
Why
to
are
play
you going
high
to
school
lose?
ball.
Hold on,
So
why are you going to
it
lose?
didn't
Who
even
would
make any
they-
sense.
But
It
who
doesn't
would they
even make
trade
any sense.
for?
Because
Who would
he
they
wants
trade
to live in
for?
Los Angeles.
Who
and
would
get
they
into
trade?
production and
The
entertainment.
8th pick.
But you can't wait a year.
Who would they
No,
trade
it's
Sexton
LeBron
for?
James. He doesn't care.
Who would they? Well, we could have traded that pick before before the draft.
Right. All LeBron
But
has to say.
that's on LeBron. Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's what he's
There.
saying. That's what he's saying.
That's why I'm mad.
You're mad at LeBron. Okay.
Right.
Not the Cavs. You're not mad at the
No,
Cavs.
I'm mad at both of them.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you exactly why you should be mad at both of them. Because Dan Gilbert is the real only reason
Exactly.
that he's leaving.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. Because
Exactly.
look at it. We were telling you, it doesn't make sense for his family. His kid is in the 8th grade. That's not high school. That's middle school. So his
Yes.
kid's basketball career has nothing to do with this.
Yes.
And, he could have just waited one more year,
real
got
problem
more
is
money.
LeBron's
He's
basketball
going to
career
a
has
worse
nothing to do with
team,
this.
technically. He's not even
That's
going.
the problem.
He's going to a team that felt so insecure in their point guard that they had to go get Rajon Rondo,
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
who was basically just the more skilled
Lonzo
Lonzo
Ball.
Ball.
Yeah.
Right. He's
Can't
smart,
shoot a
though.
three.
He can teach Lonzo.
Can't
He's a
shoot a free throw.
championship Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
He's a
He can teach Lonzo some
we always
Hopefully.
say poor man.
He can.
So he's a rich man's Lonzo Ball.
He's a championships Lonzo Ball.
He's a billion
Champions.
baller. What is it? Big baller.
He's a
brand.
big baller brand.
He's a big baller brand.
As a
Never lost.
As a Cavs fan, here's real quick about who's to blame. Right? They're both to blame. Right? There's first of all, any billionaire white man is probably going to be a piece of shit. Okay, let's just all agree to that. That's
Well,
just
yes,
going to
especially one that
Okay.
doesn't even really want to own the team that he owns.
Right,
He
but-
wanted to
but
own. He wanted to buy the
in-
Pistons
Okay, that's fine. But in Dan
because
Gilbert's
he's from Detroit.
In Dan Gilbert's defense, he spent a lot of his own money going over the luxury tax.
Quicken loans, baby.
For J.R. Smith
Okay, but did
and
James
Iman
Dolan do
Shumpert.
that for the Knicks? No, they don't.
No,
so
I
maybe,
agree with you.
So I'll give him credit for that, right? Obviously, LeBron spurned our organization, and he reacted in a poor way, right? Terrible. Get it.
The Comic Sans letter.
That was never repairable. They tried to do it again, and they won a championship, right? David Griffin, as good as he was as a GM, he made a lot of poor decisions signing big contracts that were LeBron's fault. Signing
Exactly.
his boys Tristan and JR to
Which is why
unmanageable
Dan
contracts.
Gilbert is
And then-
tired of
exactly.
LeBron.
So then they're
gotta be, yeah.
each fueling each other's anger towards each other.
Yes.
So then LeBron, on top of that, refuses to commit and keeps signing these 1 and 2 year deals,
Yep. Right.
which hamstrings us as an organization.
Which we talked about last week.
on this
And-
show.
Exactly, which added stress to Kyrie Irving's situation. So then when Kyrie, and fuck Kyrie too, because he publicly demanded...
Kyrie's-
don't publicly demand a trade so we can't get shit for you,
Yep.
okay? So
I think that's exactly what happened to Kawhi, 'cause you end up fucking yourself more than you fuck
so
them over.
Now back to the Cavs organization. I'm pissed at them for not just telling Kyrie to fuck himself, and we're keeping you like the Lakers did to Kobe when he demanded a trade.
Mm-hmm.
Keep him, because now when LeBron leaves, we have Kyrie to take
Yep.
over the reins. Now we got jack shit because
You have
we
Jordan
had to try
Clarkson.
to appease LeBron. We were so scared of losing him that we had to basically break our organization and how you would normally run an organization to
By signing
appease this
Tristan
guy.
Thompson, by signing
So they're both
J.R. Smith,
Yes.
by actually signing RJ, Richard Jefferson as well. They re-signed Richard Jefferson, but then they ended up cutting him so he didn't go against the tax.
Yeah. So it's like-
but all of these moves, you're right. They all
Yes.
were because LeBron wanted these guys. These are his guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damon Jones is his coaching
He
staff.
forced you guys to build
He's
a
probably,
team.
Damon
that he
Jones
was
is probably
going
to be on the coaching staff for the
David
Lakers.
Black
now.
got fired because
David
LeBron
Black
didn't
got
work.
fired.
Okay.
Good coach.
So
got fired.
regardless of how much
moved in all the annoying in-laws. and then
because
just
all that
left them
stuff
with
is
you.
still just in the ether of basketball. Like, we don't know how much of it is true and how much is his fault. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. Move past. But LeBron coming to the Lakers, it eliminates all this talk we've had the last few years about this narrative of LeBron that now he's thinking about his legacy as a basketball player, right?
Yeah, he's not. He's thinking about his legacy off the court.
See,
Exactly.
and that now it's always been about LeBron's legacy, right? So even if he, let's say in these next 4 years, won maybe, let's say 2 championships, which would be nuts, right? That would be nuts.
That would be crazy.
That'd be hard to do, right? 2 championships.
Yes.
Even in that sense, most Laker fans are still put him at what, number 4 all-time Laker great? Is he getting a statue?
But
in
he
LA?
doesn't care about the
But
Laker fans.
Okay, this is my point. Then why the fuck are you doing it? Where's your basketball legacy improving? You're not gonna get a statue in front of Staples. Like, what's your point?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It doesn't make basketball sense.
So that's what we were talking about.
It wasn't
doesn't
just
make
basketball.
sense.
It's not about basketball anymore
So now
for
he's
LeBron.
thinking about his legacy outside of basketball. And if you're making basketball decisions based on stuff that doesn't have to do with basketball, then fuck that.
Hashtag
Because
it doesn't make basketball
You cannot
sense.
be the greatest basketball player of all time if you're making decisions that don't have to do with winning basketball.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask this question.
So that sucks. Bad.
Well
To the
said.
Laker fan.
Well said, Jordan.
For the Laker fan, do you think that the Los Angeles Lakers Showtime
Quick aside,
will be
I'm
making the playoffs?
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you think they're making the
100%.
playoffs?
Yeah.
What seed?
I don't know. Probably
You gotta know. See, we
Low-
get
low- lower half,
we
lower
get-
half.
We get not paid to know.
I would guess 7 to 5.
Yep, that would be mine too. 7 to 5.
7 to 5.
7 to 5.
LeBron James is worth 10 wins automatically.
More than that.
They won 35 games last
I'm
season.
saying 7 because I think OKC is gonna be in somewhere between the 3 and the 4.
You think Melo's
With
gonna
Melo?
be alive?
Nigga, they was in the 3 and the 4 when until Roberson got hurt. When Roberson is
was
playing,
a
people
huge part
forget
of
what the
that.
fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Like you got Roberson on one side
That's
and
a
Paul
shuts
George
down
on the other
players,
side.
you know?
That's like 7 feet wingspan on both sides of
That's
the
true.
court, and it's over.
That's
It's
3
over.
defensive stoppers.
And that allows Melo to be able to look like he's playing great defense instead of just all right defense, because when they get by those guys, he's able to come over easy and help. It's like it makes their defensive scheme is one of the best in the NBA. Because they got Steven Adams down there anchoring.
Yeah, but then you get to the playoffs and Westbrook
And they just
Paul
signed
George choke like
they
do
just
every
signed
time.
Nerlens
Yes,
Noel to help.
Yeah.
I do like that
Steven
signing.
Adams, 'cause
I do
Steven
like that
Adams was
signing.
down there by himself against Rudy Gobert.
Getting beat up.
He was just
Beat
hanging
up.
on for dear life, getting rebounds. Like, how did that dude get 10 rebounds in any
let's do-
game?
let's do
he
this.
was
Fighting
getting
hard.
rebounds with one hand.
Like a
All right.
woman's soccer player getting punched in the face and not complaining.
Let's do this. What's the
Punch
West
them women
seed
in the
then?
face, y'all. That's
What's
what you
the
gotta
West
do.
seed
That's-
then? What's the West seeding?
At
then?
James
this is what
Haley,
I-
55.
Well, it's not done. We're free agency ain't
we're
done.
all acting as if like obviously the Lakers are going to make the playoffs. The West is good,
Hold
man.
on, I don't think.
But it's LeBron
There might be a
James.
chance. I think there's a high chance that they don't make the playoffs.
High chance.
There's
I think
good
maybe
teams
they-
in the West.
they
That's
make
what I'm
the-
saying. So let's
they're
do this.
so
Let's do
good.
the seeding to see where.
Yeah,
it'll
if the
be.
Lakers
Well, they
get in,
have to
who's
play
not
the
making
Warriors
it?
how many times?
4 times. 3 times. No, 4 times. 4
They
times.
play them
who
4
doesn't
times.
get in
Do
if the Lakers
seeding
get it?
and you'll figure it out.
Bro, they have to play the. Let me tell you,
Clippers
This
are
is
not
why-
making it, Kings
this
are
is-
not making
This
it.
is the real reason Chris
leaves
Paul
12
left the
spots.
Clippers.
No,
Chris
13
Paul
spots.
is a bitch.
Phoenix isn't making it.
Phoenix is not making it.
Chris Paul is a bitch.
Who was the 8 seed last year?
Hold on. Chris Paul left because
Timberwolves?
he didn't want
Yes.
to play the Warriors 4 times a year. The Clippers haven't beaten the Warriors since they beat them out of the playoffs that one year.
Chris
They
Paul
haven't.
is not LeBron James, though.
But you're not. No, you're not. You're missing the point.
What's the point?
LeBron James hasn't beaten the Warriors
Yeah, yes.
since.
2016?
Since before they added,
Exactly. So what
since
I'm-
before they added All Star after All Star.
Well, that's what. This is
Yeah.
my point. This is my point.
But that's
They-
their team. You
This
know,
is my point.
That's who they
it's
have
just
to
that
play.
who they have to play. Now he has to play that team more
Okay, so
than he had
that's
to
what I'm
play
saying.
them.
So who are 8
before.
teams above the Lakers then? Name 8 teams above the Lakers in the West.
Well,
Warriors,
Minnesota is better
Warriors,
than
Houston.
Warriors, Houston.
them. OKC.
Would you
OKC.
take Spurs? I wouldn't take Spurs. Maybe
I would
Utah.
take- If
Utah.
Kawhi stays on the Spurs with Popovich, that team is probably going to be better.
Utah. So then who? Wait.
Phoenix is
Utah.
Phoenix
I
is
don't-
out of the
Portland?
question for me.
I don't know if
New Orleans?
Portland would be. Portland would be. I don't know if I'd put.
Portland is
I
I don't know.
don't know
Portland-
if
Davis
Portland
and
might not make the
Pelicans?
playoffs
I
this
don't know
year.
if I put Timberwolves above.
I would not put Timberwolves or Blazers
Jimmy
above the
Butler's
Lakers.
unhappy.
I think I put the Timberwolves. Depending on how Jimmy Butler
That would
comes
be
back
Dave.
with his Dwayne Wade knee,
You're really going to depend on Wiggins. and
Wiggins
shit
is
like
not.
that? Yeah.
it's not about
Just
Wiggins.
keeps going
it's
down.
not about Wiggins. Because I'm telling you, Karl Anthony Towns is taking that nigga out of the game this year. It's not going to be about Wiggins. It's no, look, bro, you had your chance.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Anthony-
it's my team.
Yeah, but it's
that's
the
how it's
rest of
going to
the-
go
He needs
down.
to be taking 20-plus shots.
Butler is there to tell him, this is bruh's team now. It's not yours, bro. You weak.
If
Weak
Jimmy
in the
stays,
mind. Jimmy's staying. And his knee,
he doesn't want to be there anymore right now.
because he fucked up
Like
his
these
knee.
young assholes. No, it's because of the attitude.
Well,
of
because
his
he's not a
player.
he's on the back end of a millennial or on
feels
the
like they
high
don't
end of
care.
millennial
So
age.
I don't think you still named 8 teams above the Lakers, though.
We named all
Well,
eight.
because we got stuck on
Minnesota
debating
was 8.
Minnesota.
Minnesota was 8. Portland's questionable, I guess.
I
No,
say
I put Portland above the
I
Lakers.
say no. Portland. I think
I put
they
Portland
got
above the
swept
Lakers.
by the Pelicans. I think there's something
Pelicans?
chemistry wise,
Pelicans lost Rondo.
but there is something
And
chemistry.
Cousins.
It has nothing. It has less
Cousins
to do
wasn't
with
in
the
the
Pelicans.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
To me, it had less to do with the Pelicans and more to do with the Damian Lillard doesn't know how to run a team. He has too big of an ego. I heard C.J. McCollum kind of allude to it when he said that when he looked at KD when his first year when he went there to Golden State, he was like, "Yo, I don't think that that type of dynamic would have been possible to work out on our team."
But you're not talking
Because-
about winning playoff games. You're
bec-
talking about getting to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the dynamic between those two guys, and I don't think that Damian Lillard. I see something happening, something fracturing there. There's
What
problems
seed were they
in
this year?
Portland, is what I'm saying.
I think there's major problems.
There's
because
big problems because they should have won at least
That
one
team
game,
they put together did not.
and they were lax
And
as
they
days
had
ago.
Problems in San Antonio.
I
I don't
too.
know. I don't know. There are no problems in San Antonio.
What do you mean?
Kawhi Leonard played 9 games last season, and they made the fucking playoffs.
If
but
Kawhi's
Tony-
playing next year
how much-
healthy, the Spurs
in the
to
Western
me are better
Conference,
than
where the
the
4
Lakers.
spot could have missed the playoffs
But how many more
if they
seasons
lost
can
2
you
games.
depend on Ginobili freaking out and Tony,
Tony
Parker
Parker.
They
playing
just
beyond
signed
their years?
They've got
Bellinelli
And
Exactly.
Rudy Gay.
and Rudy
And
Gay.
Rudy
Mr.
Gay was
Clutch,
already there.
the most clutch player. In
Rudy
NBA
Gay was already
history.
there, and that's why Rudy Gay is good, man. Like, not getting no credit for what he did last year.
Yeah.
Like, telling you,
No, that's a
Spurs
great.
are good,
He was
and
actually
that's why
playing
they're
well.
not gonna trade Kawhi. They're gonna be like, look, bruh, you can sit out all you want to next year, because guess what you did last year? You sat out. Guess what we did? We made the fucking playoffs.
Yeah.
And then
so
lose
we're
them to
not
nothing?
really concerned about you, like,
And then lose him for nothing.
bro. They're getting nothing out of him right now. See, this is what people
They
don't
can get something.
Exactly. This is why I don't understand why they don't trade him. Like, get something.
Well, that's
for
what happened
him,
with
you know?
Kyrie.
Why would you
Cavs.
trade him when you
That's
don't
what
have to
happened
trade
with
him until
Kyrie.
February?
But because you
Why
can
would I
get
trade him
something.
now? You can get something in February.
Oh,
Why would I
if
trade
you
him
can
now?
do February.
Yeah, because
that's what I think is
desperate teams want.
Guess what?
That's what I
Guess
think.
what? Guess where he's not gonna go? He's not gonna go to the Lakers.
I know. I think the Celtics and the Sixers are going to have a
Popovich
bidding war
over his
in
dead body.
February when they're trying to make that championship push. 76ers and Celtics bidding war in February to try and make that last.
Depends on where they are, who's getting
Exactly.
hurt, where
Yeah.
the seating
That's
is.
more likely because Pop's not going to trade
Man, if
him to
I'm
the
Craig
Lakers.
Popovich, I send that
over his
bitch
dead
ass
body.
motherfucker to Toronto.
And like I said,
I
the
sent
Lakers
him
aren't
and
going to
his
trade for him
uncle-
either.
I sent him and his uncle to Toronto for DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. Give it to me.
Lowry.
You see that picture of the
Like
of
Lowry.
the of
Get
the
outta here.
Raptors hanging a banner for when LeBron left the East.
Like, thank you.
Yeah, they have a chance to make the finals now.
And they
Actually,
fired
no,
their coach,
Celtics.
too. Coach of the year.
It's
Fired
not
the coach.
LeBron is not their problem
Oh,
because
yeah,
they
it was.
lost to the Wizards one year.
And neither is Dwayne Casey.
But yeah, like Dwayne Casey
Coach of
was
the
not
year.
their problem.
So
Yeah,
we
that-
put up about 7 teams that could
It's-
get
it's
in
Kyle
over the
Lowry
Lakers.
is-
So it's gonna be close. I feel like
You guys
the
are.
problem is
the Lakers
Kyle
are
Lowry and
squeezing in
DeMar
at the bottom
DeRozan.
of
That's
the
they're
playoff
not
picture,
superstars.
in my
LeBron-
opinion.
That's
LeBron
the
James
problem.
is
That's why it
still-
was
The
a
light's
joke
too
when I
bright
said
for
that
them.
I would trade
Yeah.
for them if I'm
Yeah.
San Antonio.
No, they had to.
That's
fire
why
the
that
coach.
was a joke. It was a joke.
Yeah.
But more so, send him to the north.
Yeah.
Send his ass to the
Yeah.
fucking to the wall and to become a fucking crow. For all you Game of Thrones fans out there.
Send him to Orlando.
Right? Send him to
For Terrence
Orlando.
Ross.
Right. For
Terrence
for nobody. You know what I'm saying? And make him an all-star. Because this is what my whole point is. And I got to ask you all this question. Do you think that Kawhi Leonard is actually as good as he is right now because of the Spurs system that
Yep.
he's in?
Yep.
Or because I agree with Jordan. I think he is only as good as he is because of the system. Because the dude can't dribble with his left hand. These are the things people never talk about. He can't go left. He can't dribble with his left. He only has one move going wide outside to his right,
He's got to pull up
go
jumper.
up,
Mid-range Deadeye.
and
Yeah.
dunk.
No, he's a mid-range shooter.
But he
And a
just
defensive
developed
stopper.
that. He just developed what you're talking about 3 years ago.
no, he
developed
developed
it.
it because he's working his ass.
He
working
developed
his
it. He
ass
has
off.
it now.
Exactly.
But that's all scheme. What you're talking about is that mid-range shot is all
Outside,
scheme.
this is why he's not.
It's all scheme. So I'm
that
trying to
doesn't
ask
make him
you.
great, though. What makes Kawhi great, in my opinion, is defensive.
Yeah,
See,
he's
but
a defensive player of the year.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not. See, okay, you say
What do you
that's
ask?
what makes him great to you, but that's not what makes him great to the NBA.
If he didn't
it's
have
the
the
34
defense-
points.
He was an All-NBA.
He played good
He did
defense
play-
against LeBron in one series, and people freaked out. And
If
ever
he
since
didn't have
then, he got this
defense, he would
reputation.
not be
I like-
valued.
He is the
Listen,
LeBron stopper and the Golden State Warrior
Listen,
stopper.
Probably,
I like Kawhi, but the reason what you need to really
if
understand,
not the best two-way player in the NBA.
people call him the LeBron just stopper. LeBron averaged 28 points in that
bad
finals
averages.
or something like that.
Bad percentages, though.
So
They had the
Westbrook.
game. They won in 7 games. They didn't win in 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? They didn't sweep them in 2 games or nothing. It went 7 games.
But they
Same
won.
Iguodala, same argument for
Yeah,
Iguodala.
Iguodala,
did not.
LeBron
I'm
averaged a
tired of hearing people
triple-double
say
against
that.
Iguodala.
I'm
Bad
tired of hearing-
percentages.
I'm tired of hearing stops.
Bad percentages.
Regardless of the
'Cause you didn't
LeBron
stop
James
anybody.
matchup,
It's the
Kawhi Leonard's
team.
defense is one of the best in the NBA.
Two-time
Is it
defensive
still,
player of the
though?
year.
It's
How
not
do we
about
know?
his defense.
How do we
You're
know?
misunderstanding. I didn't say. Did I say anything about his defense?
No,
I
you
said
asked
his
me if I
offense.
thought that
I said
Kawhi
his
Leonard
offense.
Is a system of the is a product of the system.
As good as he thinks he is, or a
Offensively.
system?
Offensively.
Oh, you didn't specifically say offense.
Yeah, that's why I said his dribble. He can't dribble left. He can only go right.
No, you went into that, and I was
That was the
saying,
first thing I said.
To answer your question, I value Kawhi Leonard the way he values himself because he's so good at defense. Offensively, I can get it can be part of a scheme, part of a system. It gets him open. Defensively, his one-on-one defense is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And
That
that's
just makes
why
you
I
Ron
value it.
Artest if you can't play offensively, though. That
Is
just
he
makes,
Ron Artest? Do you
I'm
think
just
he's
saying,
Ron
I'm
Artest?
saying if he can't perform offensively on another team the way he's performed 2 years ago, not
which-
last year,
which we
2
have
years
yet
ago,
to see.
But
2 years ago,
we will see that. I believe that he will.
I don't.
Is he
I think
actually
he's
still
like.
hurt,
I think
or
he's
is
like
he-
17, 19 points a game.
Okay, is
kinda
he actually
player.
still hurt, or is he just?
That's the other
Has he
question.
been doing this for business stuff?
I don't think anyone knows.
So either way you look at it, either one, he's after the injury, could he still keep up this defense, or is he doing this outside of that? Then you question: do you want a guy like that on your team?
Because if Tony Parker, wrong or right, they had a similar injury. If it was worse or not worse, they had a similar injury. And, like, I don't care about his age or whatever. The reason Kawhi wasn't out there but 9 games is because he don't want to be seen with people going by his ass.
And
Like,
this is the
you don't
most
want 50 games of tape
This-
with dudes going...
This is the most dysfunction we've seen from San Antonio ever. Like, so is it the whole time they were hiding this thing, which I doubt, or
No.
is it just one guy was fucking didn't match?
It's
what
one
they
guy,
do?
but it's not Kawhi. Kawhi's fine. Kawhi and Pop still have a great relationship.
If they can clean up house,
It's Kawhi's uncle. Last year, this
Yeah.
time, Kawhi Leonard fired his 4 year, his agent of 4 years, 6 years, whatever, however long he's been in the NBA. He's been in the NBA the entire time with the same agent until last year and hired his uncle. And then all of this bullshit started happening. It's not a coincidence. And his uncle just fucked his whole money up because, like you were saying about LeBron,
his uncle's
all of Kawhi, if Kawhi really doesn't want to be in San Antonio to play in San Antonio, all you have to do is get your $218 million, $218 million. Just get that. Wait a year, because guess what's going to happen? He's going to have to wait a year anyway. Wait a year and fucking say, hey, I want to be traded. You get your Supermax, then you get traded.
But don't you think also, since people keep talking about him and all this stuff, at some level, shouldn't you say something publicly about, me and Pop are still fine or something? Wouldn't that be appealing to other organizations trying to trade for him?
It would, but guess what? His uncle is running the shots. That's what I'm saying. We are
doesn't
going
that
to
say
be...
If
something
he's
about
allowing
you,
his
though?
uncle to run the shots, then
Yeah.
he probably doesn't have a good relationship with Pop.
Or doesn't that just
Because he
say
could
something-
easily fire his uncle.
The reports are all coming out that Kawhi and him still have a great relationship. And they have talked recently.
Yeah.
But the reports also say that all of this is coming from his uncle.
Okay,
Yeah.
but doesn't that say something about you as a person too? If you're letting your uncle fuck everything
Yeah,
up, If
he's
you're
allowing his
mentally
uncle to
weak,
say
yeah.
these things. It
Now,
probably
let me
means he
point
says
this
it
out
too.
again. I pointed this out on other shows, but Kawhi Leonard's uncle came into his life in a big way after Kawhi Leonard's dad was killed, and Kawhi Leonard, I'm pretty positive, found his dad killed at work. And Kawhi used to work with his dad at that job. And Kawhi's from Compton.
Yeah.
I believe Athens Park. Anyway, Kawhi's from Compton.
Yeah.
And he started being quiet then. That's what created the quiet guy that we know now.
I recently hung
Inward-
out with someone that like grew up with him and played ball with him, and he was like, "This is not like a media thing." He's like, "Kawhi's always been quiet, man. He's
always been quiet.
like this
But he's not
silent
always
killer."
been quiet. He was only quiet when his dad died.
After that, yeah.
And see, so his uncle came into his life and played as a father figure after that. What we have to realize is that this man has his claws in this dude's brain.
Yeah.
Like,
He's the puppet master.
you can't say, like, now I'm giving you this information so that you can, judge it with, truly objective
breaking news.
mind.
But if that's the fact, then that's the fact. Whether or not his uncle is controlling the shots, this is all out here, and it's all part of the story now.
Right, no, I'm just saying so y'all can make an objective opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just giving you this information so you can see what's really going
That's
on.
a pill bomb right there.
I mean,
don't think Kawhi wants to play in San Antonio anymore.
I don't think
it's
so
as
either.
easy as
For
that.
whatever reason
I
it
don't think
is.
He won a
it's him. I think
championship. He did his job, and I think
'Cause
he
his
wants to
uncle
come home and
reportedly
get back
has-
to his where his family is.
His
and
uncle
shit.
reportedly has failing businesses
Oh yes.
and stuff that he
Kawhi's
needs.
his
He
fucking-
needs Kawhi
he
to
needs
be in
Kawhi.
Los Angeles for all of his shit to take off the endorsements, everything. Because
another reason
San
why
Antonio
let's
doesn't
get the deal done. Let's get him here. Move on.
San
Let's move on with our
Antonio,
lives.
San Antonio won't allow their players to make certain endorsements if they don't clear them. Now, people think that's a negative thing, but that's actually to help certain players from getting scammed out of their money in bad investments.
Yep.
That's really what it's for. Kawhi is getting talked out of his real money and convinced into some fake money. It happens to players in the
Possible
NBA
money.
all the time, not just NFL players. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 'cause
And
everyone's saying,
I think
like,
we're seeing it happen.
The money
to
that
this
he
kid.
would miss out on, he would make up in endorsements.
That's
because
what
he
he's-
comes to LA, and I'm sure that's the card that his uncle's moving because with those endorsement deals, his uncle, that's what his uncle's banking on.
So if that's the case, then that's the case. He still wants out of officially. He wants out of San Antonio
Yeah.
and to come to Los Angeles. And I think winning championships might help his brand and playing with LeBron James, obviously.
Oh, 100%.
So why, if he needs to wait a year or not for the Lakers not to overpay, then that's how it is.
And we say like it's just like 1 year too, but like as like a basketball player, and these are long fucking years. It's either do I want to deal with this team that I seemingly am not gelling well with in an organization that I don't want to be at for what? Just to fucking play for what? We're not going to beat any of these teams.
You're assuming that that's true, though.
Yeah.
I think all that's a narrative that his uncle has created.
That he's not getting along with the team.
but he's allowed it to be said.
Remember early in the season? Excuse me.
Yeah, the fact that he's not stopping.
Yeah. It means he's saying it.
That it might actually be true.
Bro, in the world of sports, your agent rules this domain. Off season is your agent's domain. It ain't your domain. No player talks about this shit, period. Like, this is LeBron James, Kevin, we can go on and on. No player talks about this shit. It's your agent that does all the talking through the media. From the beginning, I've been telling y'all this was all to create the Supermax conversation. They were not going to offer Kawhi Leonard the Supermax because he wasn't coming to practice. He wasn't coming in.
And he's hurt.
And he was hurt, which you can't have it both ways.
Actually, you can.
You can't have it both ways because you can't be hurt
And upset.
and, but I'm upset.
Yeah, why not?
Because you're lying straight out of your fucking ass and teeth. That's why. Because you're lying about one of the two. You can't be both.
Yeah.
But he was upset about the injury.
But see, if he was upset about the injury, then why is he saying now he won't play next year?
Did he say that?
Yeah. See, this is what I'm
Good
trying
for
to
the
tell you.
Lakers.
Spurs doctors clear him, so he had to go get other doctors to say that he wasn't healthy enough to play.
Right.
So he could use that as a scapegoat.
It's just his uncle working. You're under the assumption that Kawhi Leonard is working any of this out. I don't think he is. It's not his personality.
But he's not stopping it.
It's not his personality. That's what I'm trying to say.
But if
it's not his personality to stop.
If his uncle's calling the shots, then his uncle's calling the shots.
I'm not disagreeing, but I'm saying that means that one of the two things is a lie.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So if your
It's a bummer either way.
right, you got to understand that his uncle has fucked him out of some serious money because now all the GMs, no matter where he is traded, it don't matter where he wants to play, he goes to see Magic. Magic Johnson be coming up there with the smile and hee ha ha ha. He's a tough ass motherfucker, and when he sees Kawhi Leonard, he gonna say, "Well, look, let me tell you something, big dog. We not gonna be offering you no max because you haven't played in 88 games. Like, brother, we gonna have to offer you about $10 million a year, $9 million." And see, then he's gonna be
good
mad.
for the Lakers.
I'm just telling you, the offer really, that's a figment of everyone's imagination because the Spurs are gonna wait till the Lakers have spent all their money, which to counter that, Magic said, "I'm gonna sign 1-year deals."
Yep.
But
They still
you're still
have-
gonna have to wait 1
They have
year
room
and
for a max
hope-
deal.
and
Yeah.
hope that whoever Kawhi gets traded to, if he gets traded, wants to trade him back. Like, the hopes that he don't want to go to stay. Like what happened with OKC. What if he goes to New York City and he's like, "Yo, I like Kristaps Porzingis. I love this fool."
If he's healthy.
You know what I'm saying? But we're just saying, but what if he goes there and he's like, "Yo, this is where I really want to be," because his uncle's from New Jersey. So, like, what if he goes there?
So is Magic Johnson getting all this GM of the Year love because his city happens to be where they make movies and shit?
Well, he was on Sunday.
Yeah, definitely.
Basically, and I feel like everybody's like Magic
But
Johnson's
he-
a G, like all these
but
memes
he-
and shit. It's like he lives in the beach in Los Angeles. Like if you're not signing superstars,
His office is real
you're not
nice.
doing your job.
But he got rid of Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance to make room for two
I mean, yeah,
maxes.
well, that's us being boneheads and also being hampered by LeBron.
I mean, it's still a good. It's
We
still
had
a
to
good
do
deal.
something.
Still a good deal.
When that deal
I think we
first
just
went through,
witnessed
everyone was
collusion.
like, "Oh, it's a great deal. Yeah, our team's so
I
much
think-
better." And then once you saw like what happened, then
Facts.
everyone was like,
That's
"Oh,
a fact.
I was one of those guys. That's why I chose. That's why I chose the Cavs to win the championship.
I thought it was terrible. I thought it was a terrible trade. I was like, why
Look,
would you
it
trade
was
for two guys who can't
it
get
was
playing
a-
time on the other team because of the defense that they don't play?
It was,
Like, that was a bad-
it was a
bad
trade
trade.
that ended up being terrible, but
Yeah,
considering the circumstances and the context of the time we were in, the whole nation, it wasn't just one or two people. We were all watching the Cavs not work. Like, and
I
they
don't
were
think
not
it was because I think people are ignoring the fact that it was because LeBron James is almost impossible to play with at this point in his career.
But that trade got LeBron James to play up to his standards.
Crowder went on to have a great year after.
Okay.
Almost everybody they
Bro.
traded went on to have a great year. I bet you J.R. Smith was like, "Damn, I wish they'd have traded me."
I watched every single Cavs game this season, right?
Yeah.
There is no excuse for LeBron, anyone past Jay Crowder the ball, he misses the shot. There's no way to replace that. That's not, hey, I can't work with this guy.
Yeah,
That's
no,
you missing shot.
let me tell
Rodney
you-
Hood went from a decent player to garbage.
Right, and why? Because I
he
think
couldn't hit his
LeBron
shots.
James does something where y'all don't understand. LeBron James don't fuck with these dudes, and that does something to your confidence, especially as a shooter.
I think mentally
he
it's hard to play with
fucks
LeBron.
These
To
motherfuckers
get
up in the head
confidence.
because LeBron is sly. He's the type of nigga that walks up on you like, "Nigga, you better not miss another shot, nigga. That's what I know." And will walk
So
off from
man
you
up.
and not gonna say nothing else. That is not.
What do you mean, baby? They're
how-
adults.
No, it's not about. Look, that's not how
You're a
motherfuckers.
professional athlete. Sink
That
a
is not
fucking
how
shot.
motherfucking teams
Sink
work.
a fucking shot.
It's not how motherfucking teams
He
work.
got players to
you
get
need
on
to
his
be-
team.
You gotta
need
know
to
who
have
to
your
push and who to
confidence.
pull. You
Yes,
gotta know who to
exactly.
push
These-
and who to
These
pull.
athletes are sensitive as shit.
You can say the same thing about Michael Jordan.
These are new guys around you.
Ask the players he's won championships.
Michael
what they
Jordan. Listen, when Dennis
And Kobe Bryant.
for instance, when Mike, that's great that you brought that up because both of them played with Dennis Rodman, and Dennis Rodman, they brought that dude in.
Yeah.
They didn't do nothing. They didn't walk up to him saying, "Bitch, you better not do nothing." None of that. You know how many conversations they had with him? Dennis Robinson, Cetero. I never talked to none of them guys. They just let me do what I want to do. I'm not making it up.
You think that they had zero words spoken to each other?
LeBron James in game 1 of the finals this year lost it on the bench on J.R. Smith. Lost it on the whole team. No, he shouldn't, because guess what the score was? 0-0. You have a chance to win the game. What you just did was psych your whole fucking team out. And guess what happened when they came out? Everybody came out lackadaisical. When you got Kyle Korver, the only one. Let's go, guys.
They got mentally beat by the
Let's
referees.
go, guys.
They got mentally
beat by LeBron James because he sat there and literally dogged everyone out on the bench.
Ask all the,
you can't
ask
do
all the
that.
players he's won a championship with what it's like.
I'll tell you 5 of them that'll sit there and tell you, look, that fool overreacted game 1. I think they quit on him. That's the reason that they didn't play well in that finals.
If you quit on that, if you quit on your leader freaking out
They pulled a Kobe.
at an intense time, then you're a fucking punk.
Remember what Kobe used to do? I call it bad Kobe.
What?
I think that's how he got the name Kobe Bean Bryant.
Well, because his mom gave it to him.
No. I'm just saying, like, the motherfucker used to do bad Kobe, remember? He used to just say, "Oh, I'm not going to shoot for 3 quarters right now."
The Suns game was damning.
He used to do it all the time. The Suns game was the most obvious, but he used to do it all the time. I think the Cleveland Cavaliers team did the reverse on LeBron James in the finals.
Layups, dude.
In the finals, because the first game they were playing out of their minds.
We were beat on talent. That's what we knew we couldn't win, and when we got close to winning, and the refs fucked us, that broke the whole team.
I don't think
spirit.
the refs fucked y'all.
Are you kidding me?
No, it was J.R. Smith.
I
will never forget J.R. Smith for that. But
he made one bad
LeBron.
play.
Hold on, yeah.
Never been in that position.
Because he was making good plays.
George Hill should have hit his free throw.
Yeah, George Hill should hit a free throw. They shouldn't have reviewed a call.
I'll never forgive. First of all, George Hill for missing the free throw, but then it got fine. They got the offensive rebound. I'll never forgive J.R. Smith for missing that, for not even taking the shot. But then on top of that, you can't forgive LeBron for just piling it on the team, just beating a dead horse.
4-1. Anyway.
There's no guarantee.
I mean, you guys would have won the series.
Yeah,
it would have been just like
I love how people.
I think if they win that game, I think LeBron James stays in Cleveland this year.
Real quick,
I don't
we
think
got to talk about this.
We already decided it wasn't real basketball.
Australia, the Philippines.
This Thon Maker.
Oh, yeah, the fight.
So was this the
World Cup qualifiers, basketball qualifiers.
for people that haven't seen it that are listening?
And I mean, it was amazing. It was the Malice in. Where is this? Where is this?
The Thriller in Manila.
Is it in the Philippines? No,
I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of Filipinos there, so I'm thinking maybe.
So
it
there was
is.
a huge brawl in this game, and like anyone that's listening should just YouTube it.
Oh my God.
What's up?
It's the Philippines versus the Australians.
And I'm talking about Deckingtons. You know what I'm saying? Handing out 2 pieces and biscuits out here.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? These are a lot of punches being thrown. But
My
you know,
favorite is the really
Philippines-
short Filipino guys jumping up and punching the
Oh, the
really
one guy
tall
jumps on
Australians
his
in the
back
face.
and shit.
Who is Thon Maker? Oh, Australia.
They're throwing chairs and shit. The Filipinos.
Yeah,
were
this is
going
definitely
hard.
third
Australia
world.
or Austria?
Australia.
Oh.
And, you know, I just got to say,
This is for sure the Philippines.
I'm going to blame this on Duterte, the Filipino president. Because these motherfuckers was wilding.
Yeah.
Like, they are the ones who instigated the whole fight.
Oh, shit.
They were getting waxed.
Those are actual chairs.
Yeah, they were throwing chairs at people at the head.
Oh.
The score was 79-48
Blowout.
Australia.
And I mean, in Aussie's fight, kangaroos
And look at this, look at
like
this.
dingoes.
Look at this. He hits him with the elbow, and then he's going to give him the shoulder.
Oh.
Give him the business. So then he comes over, his teammate comes over and just waxes him. He lays him out. It was over.
Jumps up. Did you see the jump?
Yeah.
That's great.
And
Dude,
like,
that
how
dude
many
is
of these
tiny.
people are actually from the countries they're playing from? Because
Thon Maker's from Australia.
Woo! Look, he put that dude down. So look, I'm telling you,
yeah, but what about the guy from the Philippines?
the black dude from the Philippines. Look, man, there's a lot of naval bases out there, and
There's a lot of Blasians.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know if in this you had to be from the country to play in it.
I think you just have to have citizenship.
You have to have at least 1/8 blood in or something like that.
Damn, like
citizenship
DNA
or
test
whatever.
you and shit?
But
Yeah,
anyway,
check it out if you get a.
Oh my dude, look at this
This
shit.
is ridiculous.
This is
Actually
WrestleMania.
see what we're reacting to.
It's
WrestleMania.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But
insane.
yeah, I blame it on Duterte. Hashtag blame it on Duterte.
Yeah. I agree.
We love you motherfuckers for listening.
Thank you for listening, Jordan.
Thank you,
for
Jordan.
coming in today. Appreciate
Go
it.
Cavs, go Browns, go Indians.
You know, we gotta look guests.
Stipe Miocic, our only
We gotta get some
champion.
guests to bring in stuff.
Did you have
next
fun?
time?
It was,
Yeah,
it
well,
was
Kevin,
a,
our
it was a
Trailblazers.
no.
Did you get some stuff off your chest?
Yeah,
We're having multiple
I think
conversations.
you guys pretty much understood it anyway. I think we were all in agreement, kind of to a certain extent.
It's terrible. It's always a terrible show when we all agree. So I take back everything I said.
It's the worst.
Hey,
I fucking hate
Lakers
y'all.
are making the
Everyone was wrong.
playoffs.
Can't-
You were wrong,
y'all
you were wrong, you were
fucking
wrong.
You
All
can
right.
hear me and Bill argue more during the college football season for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna get heated.
Yeah.
Roll Tide.
Oh, wait.
That's right.
Oh wait.
I love y'all. Y'all subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you subscribed, create a fake account and then subscribe again. Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Later.
It just clicked in my mind that if you just run through somebody's face, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to take that over and 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 over again. They just not gonna want that. Think of a deeper metaphor there? Run through a motherfucking face. Then you don't have to worry about it.
Genesis, the martial law everywhere. Population control now administered by police. Mothers going to the morgue late at night. Hysteria sheets as they sons are laying under. Officers get suspended or rewarded. Yep, the suits never ended. You can't ignore it. Our government strip us now of the privacy and the freedoms. In the city, get angels. The popo viewed as the demons. And the officers are running around, racist and strapped. Psychologically trained to shoot you right in your back. If you black, oh, is that right? Still bumping pigs when they walking up with the flashlight. And every time they gonna tell me, turn that shit off.